Hello dear traders, welcome back. Daily Market Analytics, Wednesday morning. And I wanted to come back and check up on our positions against the Japanese yen. As you know, we've built up quite a bit of a position against the Japanese yen through three different vehicles. Right, we're long Euro Japanese yen, we're long the Canadian versus the Japanese yen, and we're also long the Swiss versus the Japanese yen. Now, this time I want to address the Swiss Japanese yen. We've just reached a very important key level, and that's quite a significant milestone, touching on that 109.51. Right now, that is the obstacle standing in our way towards the next imminent key level, which also happens to be our primary price target and final destination, 113.63. Now, the major bulk of the move that we're planning to catch here is actually going to start right when we cross over 109.51, right? Everything from 109.51 all the way to 113.63, according to the big picture. According to the big picture, this is a mighty trading range that you can see is spread out all across my screen, right? Up I mean, you can track this one back all the way to the late part of 2016. Ever since then, price had started to trade sideways on a massive scale. And right now, after coming off the very edge of the bottom section, right, the 105.83, I mean, that was a good 5 or 6 months ago when we've been there. And we've been moving pretty consistently upwards up until probably about 2 months ago, right? Ever since then, we've seen price on the downside and what I consider to be a technical downside correction for the previous upside move from the very edge of that spike, by the way, right? So that was the counter move correction that I feel is over. We've seen that huge reaction on that blue dotted line, which happens to be the 61.8 Fibonacci correction, one of the most important Fibonacci correction levels. And when price began to turn around back on the upside, I began to take action, right, on the Swiss Japanese yen, aiming towards 113.63 from a medium to long term perspective. From a short term perspective, we've just hit the first target, 109.51. Now, I actually pulled out about 65% of my position. So I was using this 109.51 as a pretty significant profit taken spot, right? Now, I've decreased the position and also, of course, decreased the exposure I'm having right now on the Swiss Japanese yen, because it's going to be much safer to play out a bigger position once we can clear out that obstacle here at 109.51. And we can clearly see that price had quite a bit of a battle going on that key level yesterday, right? We can see that bounce back. So obviously price acknowledges that key level as a strong resistance. Having said that, the bigger picture suggests that price is maybe temporarily halted here, but eventually it should break through and begin to build up the next stage, which I've just described earlier, right? Going all the way to 113.63. I've also adjusted the stop loss level by, I believe that was about 50 pip, from 106.50 to 107. Still relatively loose, and I will begin to tighten up that stop loss level once we can break above 109.51. Obviously, I would like to see not only a daily close over that 109.51, but also a weekly close, the weekly confirmation. That would give me a lot of confidence to carry on and rebuilding this position all over again. All right, guys, that's about that for the Swiss Japanese yen. Becoming increasingly interesting, the situation here. We'll have to keep our eyes on that battle that's going to go down here, and we'll come back to keep you posted. That's about that for this one. We'll see you on the next.